Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an in-depth tutorial for experience and levels in Minecraft Xbox 60 and PS3, and every other edition of course. It's just specifically tailored to those ones, although experience does work the same across all platforms. So, before I get into this one, I think it's especially relevant for this video to be made, because this week's Seed Sunday was an XP challenge, where you can go down a level for each level of XP you get. It's a really fun challenge that I really recommend you check out, and it's a good way to use all of this XP. If you haven't already, I'll link it in the description, and it's a really fun thing that I enjoy personally. But yeah, let's go straight into the tutorial then, with one piece of knowledge you need to know before I can tell you any of the rest of it, to do with what you get XP from, how much XP you get, and the best ways to get XP. And that is by basically saying to get from level 0 to 1, and 1 to 2, etc., all the way up to level 16, you need 17 points of XP. So that's where all this XP points of reference come from. If someone gets you 1 XP, you need 17 of it to level up the first 16 times, so on and so forth. It gets more difficult after that. We'll go more in depth on that later, but that's basically how the XP system works. So yeah, now all these numbers will hopefully mean something more to you than just random stuff on the screen. So basically, there are 3 main ways of getting XP. There are a few others, but these are the big ways with lots of methods. And that is by killing stuff, with the sword of course, with mining stuff, and with smelting stuff. These are the 3 big categories, and there's lots of ways to do this stuff, and we're going to start with killing stuff because it's probably the easiest way. You can do it straight from when you spawn. You don't need any prerequisite materials. You can just punch a sheep to death if you really want to. It's your call. So every non-hostile mob you kill, that is a mob that won't attack you if you go near it, like the sheep, the chicken, etc. The one exception to this is the enderman, but any mob that won't attack you gives you 1 to 3 XP when killed. For some reason it's randomized. As you can see, I got 1 XP from that one. This chicken here is going to give me 1 XP also, and yeah, it's 1 to 3. I'm going to just get one that gives me more if there is one around. There we go, a grey sheep over there, and yeah, it's just randomized. It's not, weird circumstances like at daytime you get more XP and pigs give you more XP at nighttime. It is just randomized. Some people have weird theories, but it's just not a randomization thing. So yeah, that's non-hostile mobs. Next up, let's talk about the vast majority of hostile mobs. So this is the creeper, this is the zombie, this is the skeleton. These will give you 5 XP per kill. So as you can see, I just killed like 4 non-hostile mobs and got that much. But if I kill 2 hostile mobs, I'll get 10 XP and almost enough for a whole level by themselves really there. So yeah, that's non-hostile mobs for the most part give you 5 XP. There are a few exceptions to this, a few pretty big ones to be honest. The slime and the magma cube, because they're lots and lots of mobs in one, they will give you 4 XP for their biggest form, so this one. They'll give you 2 XP for their next biggest form, and then they'll give you 1 XP for their little form like this. So they're actually, when you add that all together, it's actually quite a lot of XP. So it's actually a pretty good way to collect XP, to be totally honest, because as you can see, I almost got a whole level just from a slime. If you have a decent way to farm slimes, it might be worth doing just for the XP if you have the swords available to do it. And next we have the blaze, the other special exception. The blazers, of course, they're quite annoying to kill because they have the fire, but they give you 10 XP per kill, double every other hostile mob, even the ghast, even everything else you find in the nether, the blaze gives you 10. The final big exception is the ender dragon, which, because it's a one-time kill, gives you 12,000 experience for killing it. Yep, 12,000, which is enough to take you from level 0 all the way to the mid-70s, which is obviously ridiculous. So, those are all the mobs currently in the game. Just as a fun little fact, the Wither, when it does come out, it will give you 50 XP when killed, which is kind of amusing because that's 1/240th of the End Dragon, even though it's probably 100, 200 times harder to kill. So, it's kind of interesting in that way. The main reason to kill the Wither isn't XP, let's just say that. So, next up, we're going to talk about the mining stuff. So there are 4 main categories for mining, and then there's mob spawners, and there's coal at 0 to 2 XP every time you mine it. So sometimes you get 0 XP like there, sometimes you'll get 1, sometimes you'll get 2. I actually had 3 zeros in a row right there. If you think you get 0 from 1, it's not just a glitch, which is what I used to think. It is actually just sometimes you get 0 XP. No idea why coal is special in this way, but yeah, you get 0 XP sometimes, which is kind of amusing. And then next up we have diamonds and emeralds. So these are the super rare ones. These give you 3 to 7 when you mine them, so if you find, obviously because you find them in bunches, if you find a patch of diamonds, that's pretty much a guaranteed level right there. And emeralds are the same because they're so rare, they obviously just give you a lot of XP. They're not efficient just to mine for these 4 XP because of how rare they are, but it's always a nice bonus to get some XP with it. Next up we have redstone, which is 1 to 5, I don't have any redstone to mine. but it's kind of in the middle of coal and diamonds. And then finally we have lapis lazuli and nether quartz, which are kind of in between again, which are 2 to 5. So pretty much the same, but with a higher base number. So if you can mine them instead, you might as well do so. And nether quartz, therefore, the best ore to mine for XP if you don't care about anything else, because there's not really anything of worth besides nether quartz and nether. They give you a nice, aesthetic block, which is really nice to look at, but that's pretty much all you get from nether quartz, although they are a good way to get XP, so just bear that in mind. But if you want ores and stuff, then other stuff is for you. And finally, let's go to the mob spawner. So if you find a mob spawner, which are pretty rare, you get maybe 10, 15 in a Minecraft Xbox 60 PS3 world. If you do find one of these, that's not a good one, I should say, and these give you 15 to 43 experience when mined, so if you're 100% sure you don't need one, because these are very, very rare, of course. If you're 100% sure you don't need it, then you might as well mine it, because you get a lot of XP, as you can see. Almost a level and a half, pretty much 2 levels there, really. Kind of insane. Although it's worth saying, because they're so rare, you might as well keep it around just in case you need it, because it's, it'd suck to come back like a month later and be like, damn it, I really need that. So let's go to sleep, and then we'll talk about smelting, or we'll go to sleep in a second. So smelting is the third big way of getting XP. It's not as much because you're smelting a lot at a time, of course, but it isn't the same for everything, so just to quickly prove that. Here is 50 stone, which gives you 0.1 XP per. As you can see, that got me like a third of the bar at max, whereas iron gives you 0.7 for every one of these you put in. Redstone World also does the same, but that's pretty rare. So this is 0.7, that got me a whole, almost 2 levels, I think. So yeah, kind of crazy. So now we actually can go to sleep, and we can talk about everything else. So, in between those things, you have all of the food, which gives you 0.35, so half of an iron by every time you cook them, so that's potatoes, raw beef, raw chicken, raw fish, raw pork chops. You have clay, which gives you 0.3 experience, every time you smelt it. You have cactus, lapis lazuli, and nether quartz, which give you 0.2, and then you have wood, which gives you 0.15. I would show you all of these things, but they're really, really minute amounts that are hard to, tell the difference between. But yeah, that's how you get the, points of amounts. It's from smelting stuff. So yeah, a whole stack of cobblestone isn't an efficient thing to smelt just for XP, because when you think about it, that's just one hostile mob, really, or just over one hostile mob, and it's a lot longer because you need 64 cobblestone and you need some coal. If you have the ingredients anyway, and you don't really need them, then I guess it's a nice way to get bonus XP, but otherwise it's an awful way to get experience. Finally, just to quickly point it out, diamonds, emeralds, and gold, if you silk touch diamonds and emeralds and gold, will give you 1 XP per smelt, which is a lot, because, a whole stack of that's 64 XP, that's a lot right there. So just bear that in mind. Next, let's go to the final section, the miscellaneous section. So this is the other weird stuff you can do to get XP. It's all slightly odd. So first of all, you've got the bottle enchanting. This can be gone mainly in creative mode, but you can also trade for it in survival mode. This gives you 3 to 11 XP, so it is actually randomized. So I'll just show you. Okay, there we go, a really small one right there. And then we've got a really big one. And yeah, it's 3 to 11. Pretty big range, to be totally honest, because 3 is not a lot, but 11 is quite a lot. But I guess that's part of the fun of it. Then in a future update, we'll have trading, which will give you XP, and then you've got breeding animals, which gives you 1 to 4, so potentially a really small amount, potentially a reasonable amount. But I guess the side benefit of that is you can also then kill the animals. So I could kill these cows, then I could smelt all of the stuff I get from them. So you get lots and lots of different chances for XP. Please get away from me, creeper. And the final method is by catching fish. This gives you 1 free XP for every catch, and then it gives you 0.35 every time you smelt it, like I said earlier, which is actually not too bad when you think about it. Also, I'm just going to run away from that creeper, because, if you just need to get some food anyway, then it's a good way to get XP while you're doing it, but there are much, much better ways if you're just doing it, solely. It's just, a fun thing you can do to get some XP. So yeah, those are all the sources of XP. Hopefully they help you determine what's the best use of your time. Personally, I think if you want no risk, then mining nether quartz ore in the safe parts of nether is the best way. If you want to get ores, then going mining is the best way, and again, no risk. And then, if you're willing to take a risk, then going to the nether, killing blazes as they spawn, really, really good way to get XP and level up. You could also, look around for nether quartz while you're out or something. Or you could smelt, use their blaze rods to smelt stuff while you're there. You've got lots and lots of options there. So yeah, that's my opinion on how to get, the best way to get XP. I'll be showing you in my XP tutorial, I think. I was showing you in my, run at the XP challenge on some of the best ways to get it practically, but that's something for another time. So basically, that's how you get XP. Now let's talk more about the levels, now that you understand how all the stuff works. Basically, as I said, it's 17 XP to get from each level up to level 16. After this point, it starts to get a little difficult, so level 16 to 17 is 20 XP, that's 3 more. Level 17 to 18 is 23, that's 3 more than that, so it goes up like this all the way until you get to level 30, which obviously takes from 29 to 30 takes 59 XP. Then it starts taking 7 more per level. So 30 to 31 takes 62, 30 to 31 to 32 takes 69, and so on and so forth. And this just goes up and up. So it means that level 50 is actually 5 times the XP for level 30. And obviously it's not even 2 full enchantments, as opposed to level 30 is 1. So once you get level 30, you might as well, if use it as fast as you can, because otherwise you're kind of just wasting XP. So that's my little pro tip for you right there. Finally, the last part of XP for the in-depth tutorial is what happens when you die. So you'll notice you get some of your XP back. The way the game works this out is, let me just take a really big drop hit. It's your level, times 7, so I had 12 right there, times 7, that gives you 84, and then it's a maximum of 100 though, so this is almost level 5, so as you can see, even though I was level 12 before, I'm just level 4 now, which is kind of sad, but yeah, that's why you lose a lot of your XP, especially at lower levels though. You do get some of it back, but never all of it. So that's my XP in-depth tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I covered everything you needed to know about XP. The randomization thing, it's really confusing. I don't understand entirely how the game does it, but it's not just just 0, 1, or 2. It's sometimes in between. But yeah, hopefully this tutorial helped you. If it did, you can like the video. Let me know. That'd be very much appreciated. Check out the XP challenge if you want a fun way to use this, like I said earlier in the video, because that's one I've been really enjoying. And my Seed Sunday one's a thing lots of people enjoy. Definitely share it if you want other people to know about XP, and we'll go to an outro now.